From KTVN Reno, you're watching 2 News at 5:30.
These irresponsible pet owners have forced us to make a really hard decision.
The Department of Wildlife says it killed a handful of feral dogs a couple of months ago. Dogs that someone abandoned near the Virginia range. That is tonight's 2 News big story at 5:30. Yeah, NDOW officials say the dogs, they formed a pack of their own. And now they're attacking bighorn sheep for food. Good evening, I'm Ryan Kennedy.
And I'm Kristen Remington. Thank you for being with us. Officials say the pack has about 18 dogs. NDOW killed 5 or 6 of them at this point. And Paul Nelson joins us here in the studio with more on this story. Paul, why does the Department of Wildlife say this is the only option?
Well, Kristen, it says these dogs are past the point of being able to domesticate them. They're basically wild animals, and obviously they have to eat. Unfortunately, some of their targets are young bighorn sheep.
They are very aggressive. People should not go near them. They are not normal dogs, and there have been reports that they're eating whatever they can find. So that's why these lambs are a great target for them.
This picture was taken through a scope. It's blurry, but you can see a pack of dogs surrounding a ewe and her lamb. NDOW says to protect the bighorn sheep, it had to kill some of the dogs.
And when we have a situation where we have a species that's threatened by a human cause, it's our job to take action.
NDOW brought 53 bighorn sheep here from Boulder City back in 2011, and its population has grown to about 130. The state's trying to keep Nevada's state animal off the endangered species list. Statewide, their numbers have quadrupled to 12,000. That's still only about a quarter of what the state used to have.
We're trying to build and establish our bighorn sheep populations, which we've done a tremendous job over the past few years.
Sanchez says people deserted their dogs here. Now the pack wanders around these mountains and along the Truckee River, eating what it can.
This is all a result of irresponsible pet owners who have abandoned their unwanted dogs in this area.
We did hear from a concerned viewer who told us NDOW left dogs' bodies in the desert. NDOW says it did have to leave a few behind because the terrain was simply too dangerous to retrieve them. It says since this happened, it hasn't had any more reports. Covering the big story live in the studio, Paul Nelson, 2 News.
Now, if you no longer wish to own a dog, you can drop them off at the Nevada Humane Society in Reno on Longley Lane or at the Carson City location that's on Airport Road.